entering the second batch of games in the Intermezzo Season 5 games, and I'm in Wood 2, and I'm currently in the lead, 2-1, 0, with 12 points. There is still one game which is awaiting completion, so it is possible that Bass will match me up as 2-1 as well. And looking at the schedule, these are the three games that I have coming up. And I've chosen to cover Game 8 with Bergen and Octavian, both of which are very high ranked players, excellent players. Octavian is, I think, 48, and I think Bergen is 49. And I'm still waiting on Bergen to do his first turn, but I've chosen to have a quick look just to see what to expect. And Bergen has some excellent options for his first pick: Hammurabi, Library of Alexandria. So honestly, whatever he picks, I'll be happy. I suspect he's gonna take the library, just so that I can't take a good leader in library. With that said, it's possible he's gonna take Hammurabi, and if he does, I'll take the library, and I'll have to decide if I want Boudica or Homer or Richland. Looking at other available Age A leaders, yeah, I mean Cleopatra is good, but not amazing. Confucius, I have mixed ideas about Confucius. Giving everyone more science is tricky, and Julius Caesar is nice, but pretty far away. So it's possible that even by my turn, it will be two actions. Though seems unlikely. Yeah, he might be two actions by my turn. So we'll see. I might take Library and Homer. In the event he takes Hammurabi, if he takes Library, we'll think about it. But I'll probably take Hammurabi and Richland, because Hammurabi is so good. What else to expect from this game? So looking at Age A, we already see Acropolis, Library, and Colossus. Library, of course, excellent wonder. I'm a fan of the Acropolis. I took it in the previous game I recorded. Um, to be honest, I was excited about Stonehenge when I first saw it, but it's really hard to capitalize on these six science, and four actions for an Age A wonder is brutal. And this is not Roman roads, which is also four actions. Looking at the leaders, Hammurabi, of course, very strong. I think Boudica is weakest in three players. I think it shines in two and four players. However, getting Boudica and apologies if I mispronounce this, Boudica and Acropolis, I think is nice, or Boudica and Colossus, but we'll see. For Age 2, we have Machu Picchu, which charmed me the previous game, but ended up not taking it. And I think I might write a blog post about Machu Picchu. It's an interesting wonder to theory craft. Himeji Castle is here, which is fantastic. I'm a fan of Forbidden City. I think that it combines two Age A wonders, and of course in Pete's is always good. Looking at the leaders, Saladin is fantastic. If you watch DJ Parsons games, then he makes excellent use of Saladin. I underestimated him in the previous game and did not pick him, but I think I might pick him now. Da Vinci is always good. I like Isabella. I think that she solves a lot of problems. Eleanor, probably on the weaker side. Um, Looking at Age 2, we have Suez Canal, which is fantastic. If you get one colony, if you can build it for a second one, especially if at least one of them is the um, I'm blanking on the names, vast territories, and Suez Canal and Isabella can work really well. Louvre, lots of points. I'm a huge fan of the Louvre. Statue of Liberty and Harvard College, also solid. Transcontinental Railroad, really depends on what else is going on. Looking at the leaders, Nobel, of course, is fantastic as always, and um, Catherine the Great is interesting. I'm not a fan of Maria Theresa. Couldn't really get it to work ever. And looking at the other leaders, solid options. Nothing extraordinary like Nobel. Though Bach shined the previous game. And then looking at Age 3, none of the bombs. There's no Bill Gates. There is no Pierre de Coubertin. And there's no Marlene Dietrich. Uh, so I think Age 3 leaders are relatively weaker than other options. I mean, Ian Fleming could be interesting, especially if you get both libraries and theaters. You can get a points powerhouse, but that's not trivial to achieve. And Churchill, of course, always good in the case of wars, but looking at everything else, a bit trickier. Then the Age 3 Wonders fast food chains is a classic point scoring wonder from the original game. And then the others are interesting. I think Red Cross can be good if you have lots of food, especially if the others don't. But it depends. The fact that both Hollywood and Ian Fleming is here and William Shakespeare is pretty interesting. I think that and Bach. I think that just having Fleming, Shakespeare, Bach, and Hollywood, even without Merlin and Dietrich, might bias me towards theaters and potentially libraries as well. Of course, all of this is just it's theory crafting. As soon as the game begins, who knows what's going to happen. Um, with that said, I think um, that I wouldn't be surprised if at least one person invests heavily into theaters, and if at least one person tries to get both theaters and libraries, just because both Shakespeare and Fleming are here in Hollywood. So we'll see how the game goes, and I'll get back to you once people start taking actions.